right, ready?
No, I want to do it.
You just complained that you didn't want to do it.
Thanks.
Well, that was before everybody wanted me to.
Well, no one
Um,
told. Okay, anyway.
Welcome to the Pointless Debate. We have a lot of action and talking points for you guys today. The first, well, I don't know. I don't really.
Okay.
What was the top five?
You already forgot. Fucking memento
Yeah.
brain. All right. Here's the literally 3 hours ago. I'm gonna set the stage for the viewers. Jake and Paul, Tommy Fury. It's been, I think, nearly like a year and a half since the fight was supposed to happen, and it finally happened today in Saudi Arabia at 5 p.m. Eastern. And they just concluded with Tommy Fury winning in split decision, making Jake Paul having his first loss. Now, I can't tell you how ecstatic it is for me to hear this, because this is music to my ears. Like, I've said this from the very beginning, as like it's one. Hold on, I'm going to go off on a huge tangent. I want everyone to give their speech, but I've said from the very beginning that once he fights a real boxer, it's over. He's not going to win. Now, he did hold his own, but I knew, like, you're not fighting a retired UFC fighter, a YouTuber, an ex-NBA basketball player. You know, like, you're not fighting, like, those aren't boxers. You fought a boxer today and you lost. But I thought that would be a great topic to start with. And then reality, just, like, what's the future of Jake Paul's boxing career going to look like? Is he going to...
He should quit.
Yeah,
Just quit.
well, okay,
Nah,
okay.
he's actually.
No,
He
you
actually
go on.
did. He shouldn't quit, but he should actually keep going. Let this be a lesson. Stop talking. He do a lot of talking, and I know he's confident because he hasn't lost until today. But he just needs to just go in there, and just grind, and just focus. Learn from
See,
this.
everybody, like, I feel like online, social media, whenever anybody talks crap about him, it's always like, oh, well, you just want to see him lose. Like, that's all people ever want to do. And I'm like, you're damn right I do. I want to see him lose because he just doesn't bring respect to the sport. Like,
Right.
he makes a mockery of it. Like, now when people think of boxing, like, at least our generation, they think of, Logan Paul,
Right.
Jake Paul. Like, they think of the Paul brothers.
Right.
And I'm like, no, they started boxing, what, 2-3 years ago? Like,
Right.
Yeah,
there have been
4 years,
people,
yeah.
there have been better boxers than them that have been around in boxing since they were right out the womb. Like, almost. Like, there are some people who've trained their whole life, but we don't know that.
Right. They just have that. They have a platform where they can get to those high roller table like fights. And my biggest, like, honestly, like, I said this from the beginning too, is like, I don't care if you do YouTube boxing and you beat the shit out of each other over beef that does not matter. Like, him and KSI fighting, so be it. I think I wasn't gonna watch that fight or pay for it because I don't care about that boxing. I care about legitimate boxing, which, again, like, even then is still, like, kind of dry and not very fun to watch sometimes, especially nowadays. But, like, as soon as you come into the professionals, don't be bringing in those chumps that should not even be, fighting, right? When Floyd and Conor McGregor fought, like, yeah, it was cool, but, like, Floyd had an advantage. Conor McGregor's going into his sport. He's not a boxer. He's an MMA fighter. It's completely different.
Conor could deal with the 12 rounds.
Right.
He wasn't ready for that.
Right.
Well, you can be a multi-sport athlete.
Yeah.
But, like, you can't challenge somebody or, like, expect to fight someone a year later when they've only been doing one sport their whole life. Like,
right.
Like, for example, like Conor McGregor, like, he couldn't do what he does best in the octagon. Like, right. He couldn't grapple. Like, you can grapple in boxing, but it's different. Like, he couldn't choke him out. Like, he couldn't do the normal UFC stuff.
Right. And the reality is this, and I always have, like, a lot of respect for people who, in the boxing, like, go through, like, the ranking, right? For instance, like Logan Paul fought Floyd Mayweather, and as much as I don't really like watching Floyd Mayweather because he's not a fun spectating boxer to watch. He dances around you and then he hits you, and he's gonna knock you down. But like the Pacquiao fight, that was boring to watch. Conor McGregor fight, that was boring to watch. But it pissed me the fuck off when Logan Paul got to fight the champion of boxing. He's been knocked down one time in his life. And that's a controversy. Some people say he wasn't actually knocked down, right? And so, but who have you fought, Logan Paul? You fought KSI twice, and you got tied and lost. Now he may have fought someone else that I'm just unaware of, but you have no prestige or any sort of whatever to go fight Floyd Mayweather. Go through the ladder, just like everyone else in the professional sport. Go do that. Same with you, Jake Paul. You shouldn't be fighting Tommy Fury. Go fight a chump and prove yourself. Not knock out Nate Robinson and say I'm the best there is. I'm coming for you.
I saw a video. I think Kevin Hart he has a podcast where they do ice baths together.
Oh, his balls.
Yeah.
I remember that.
And he brought on Floyd Mayweather. Kevin Hart himself is just funny in general, and he was making fun of Floyd, and he was jokingly getting angry, and he's like, "Floyd, don't make me make you 50 or what was it, 50-1 or
50-2."
No, it was 50.
He's never lost, Tim. He's undefeated. Yeah,
undefeated.
And that's what's as much as I hate watching him because he's really boring. Props to him because he obviously did awesome. I don't like him because I think his ego's so high in terms of his money making stuff. But you know what? Hey, you know what? I respect it too because you know what? He played the sport. He didn't lose. He's been knocked down one time. I can't say anything about it, right? He's untouchable.
Did he lose the Paul fight?
No, he won.
No.
But the thing that made me mad too, because again he played in an exhibition match, so it didn't matter. So that's why he was able to fight him. And then two, after the fight, Floyd, he's like, Logan's not even that bad of a boxer anyway. I'm like, Floyd, one, you're at the end of your prime. You're not fighting anybody anymore. And two, who is Logan Paul fought to even say he's a good boxer? No one. He's fought a YouTuber. Granted, KSI is actually going out and fighting, I think, other boxers and actually proving himself. I can't, don't quote me on that. I don't keep up to date the YouTube boxing. I think it's fucking stupid, right? They fight over beef over I hate your YouTube content and shit. So I'm going to beat the fuck out of you, right?
You made mean comments in my YouTube
You know
video.
what? Let's duke it out and then make a shitload of money and tie. Then let's act like we're best friends and have dinner together. Let's make an energy drink, Prime. Yeah, that's exactly what they fucking did.
Speaking of fights and making money, most of those fights don't actually make money. Because people will pirate the fights. They'll, a lot of people just won't pay for the pay-per-view and just wait till after. I think it was Logan, one of Logan's fights. It was the big YouTuber night, and that whole event. I don't believe it made money.
The first one did. The first one definitely did because literally everyone was pissed the fuck off. They're like, dude, we lost. Everyone's like, that was a waste of fucking money because they tied at the end. He's like, would you do this again? They're like, yeah, we're gonna rematch again. I'm like, you literally stole everyone's money. That's what you did. You pieces of shit. It was a hugging match.
Yeah, the big old teddy bears in there.
Yeah. So, go ahead.
Man, they're just fun. He's in WWE now.
Who?
But at least that's scripted and fake. It's not like you're playing a professional sport. You're entertaining children.
It's entertainment. That's it.
Yeah. But that's okay. They can read their script and win and lose. That's okay. When you're in boxing, do it legitimately because that is a fight. It's called a bout. It's called a fight for a reason. WWE is just people who get jacked, who yes, they're in shape and they're athletic and shit, but it's scripted, right? No one is beating the shit out of each other with chairs and ladders. Okay.
Yes, they are.
I think
They
the
are.
day I learned.
They're
the day I
still
learned
doing. They're
WWE
doing that.
Yeah, no, but they're not. If I actually grabbed a chair and hit Colton with it, it wouldn't be the same way someone in WWE is doing it, because Colton would have a bloody
Bro, if
ass
you look at
forehead.
those
Be
matches-
like I would have to bring Colton to the ER. Like, I mean, like,
No, you will have to look. You will have to look at those matches. They're actually hitting them with chairs.
Yeah, well, WWE is real to a certain extent.
But no, go ahead.
The chairs, like they're a softer metal. The tables, like they've got
Easily
cuts
broken.
in them. Yeah, easily broken. Like they're actually being slammed through, but it's like one, the whole ring is padded like underneath, and people have actually died like in WWE because of
When?
accidents that happen, like stunts that have gone wrong.
Yeah,
Like necks broken, backs broken.
they'd be out for
like
a long period of time. Yeah.
yeah, like they actually practice these stunts,
Right.
Because like when somebody jumps from 50 feet and frog splashes somebody on a table, like they're actually jumping that high.
right. I guess my
But
point
it is all scripted.
Yeah, my point is, like, if I had to look at the WWE and they're hitting each other in chairs, yes, I get it. They're practicing it, yeah. But if I was in rage and I was trying to hurt you, me beating you with a chair compared to someone in WWE is going to be completely different. Your face is going to look messed up from that chair compared to John Cena hitting,
Yes, it will. Yes, it will.
What?
It will still be the same.
No, it will not. It will not be the same.
Yes, it will. But have you seen, like, okay, so a guy, I've seen whoever the last match was, somebody had a chair, and then they put somebody's head on that chair, and then another guy slammed another chair on top of his head and smashed his head between two chairs. That's real. Out of rage.
I understand, but hear me. They're practicing that. Rather than me in a bar grabs a stool and beats the fuck out of you, you're going to look more messed up than the guy in this WWE, because WWE are they know that's going to happen unless it's on accident. You know what I mean?
St. John, I do hate to break it to you. Yes, you would look messed up, but you have the stunts where they'll throw thumbtacks into the ring and body slam you on that. Like, that's real. Those thumbtacks actually get in you. But the blood. Sometimes the blood is fake in WWE. Like, there is real blood, but most of the time it's fake blood.
Right, because they're assets to everyone. Like, that's their money. Colton's crying, can't hold it in.
They get legit stitches and shit for that.
No, it's only if it goes wrong, though. You're not hearing what I'm saying.
A match like that.
No, you're not.
Everybody's banged up. They actually feel that shit the next day.
Yeah, but the point, they're not like telling him the script. They're not saying in the script, "All right, John Cena, you're gonna lose an eye tomorrow because Mysterio's gonna impale you with a pole and he's gonna hit your eye and you're gonna be known as One-Eyed John Cena."
Nah, that's too far.
But see how stupid that sounds, right? They might get stitches if something goes wrong or if something was like they hit each other too hard, because they're softening their blows. They're definitely not trying to hurt each other.
I think we can all agree when we all found out WWE was scripted and faked, which I thought it was real, like all real, like
we all thought it was real to some extent.
Not me.
Little.
I never did.
I thought it was. I thought it was
did.
worse. Finding out it was fake was worse than finding out Santa wasn't real. I'm telling you that. Like, I think we can all agree. And that
Look,
right there, that was a.
I learned WWE was fake at a very early age, so I was the annoying shit kid who would be like, when like everyone in middle school would be like, "Oh my God, John Cena, Mysterio," and all that, I'll be like, WWE's fake.
It's fake, but it has some real into it. That's why they tell you not to try that stuff at home.
Well, yeah.
Of course.
Yeah,
Of
because if
course
you do
some-
that shit at home, you're going to get hurt.
Hey, of course, some dumb kids would do it too.
Oh yeah, I've definitely done the tombstone pile driver on my brotr. Like
Oh my
like,
god!
that was when he was smaller. Like, stuff like that has happened. But he's actually got hurt.
Of course.
Yeah.
But you can't tell me you have not done any WWE moves on your siblings.
I
Like,
did. Me and my
Not on my
cousins did a whole
sister.
bunch of shit.
Well,
even-
probably. Have I done it on my? Have I done any moves on my stepbrother? I don't know. Maybe.
oh hell,
But
my sister has choke slammed me into a table before. But it's just
maybe,
That's like
maybe
the
because-
most deadly one to do. Grabs your.
Nathan, you got it worse. If all of your siblings ganged up against you,
Oh yeah, that's bad. You done for
See,
it.
we would be doing shit on the trampoline. I think like me and like Xavier, I suplex Xavier on the trampoline.
all you got to do is just bounce real hard, and Xavier flings off.
Yeah. One time I did. Okay, this is unrelated, but like one time, like he wanted to bounce on the trampoline, and he would sit down, and I would get up there, and I would do a cannonball. But I did it way too hard, and he went flying off the trampoline. Now, luckily, we have grass, so it's not like anyone's gonna get necessarily really hurt, and he wasn't that little to where he could really get hurt, but. He kind of laughed it off though, so it was a good time.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Bad a little bit. You was like, oh my god.
I was like, oh shit. That's
what you got to do. You got to laugh away the pain.
like that's like that meme where like you're you're okay. Like when you accidentally hurt your brother when you're play fighting, you're okay. Don't cry.
As you're covering the mouth, like you're good.
It's like it's okay. It's like ma, shh, no, you're fine. You're actually fine. Here, wait. We can go to McDonald's right now. I can get the car running. Like we're fine.
I'll give you something else to cry about. Yeah.
Well, that's a different angle you could go. I mean, I was the bribing method. You went the hey, you talk you little shit. It's over.
Hey, my family, we're not snitches. All right, we were taught that. We teach each other not to be snitches. Okay.
Fair.
Yeah. You just be like that.
Yeah. So,
but I mean, go on.
No,
I was gonna, end the whole Logan Paul.
Yeah, end it off. Finish it off.
Like, in my opinion, like the whole thing, I would never waste my money on any of those fights.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if he's in boxing. I'm gonna give him if he sticks with it for the next 5 years. That's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Get some more training, get some more experience before calling out people who have been training their whole life. That kid was doing TikTok dances like at the age of 18 while Tommy Fury was doing actually boxing in the ring,
right?
Fighting
the amateur fights
at the age of 18.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He worked his way through there. Yeah.
It's like right now, like you can fight. I don't care. Just stop being a little bitch. Like just give yourself some time.
Yeah, and there's no shame in it. Things take time. You don't become an NBA All-Star overnight. You don't just because you got a platform doesn't like if for instance like Logan Paul was like, you know what? I'm a hooper. I'm a join the NBA. Like he couldn't get in there and use his platform to do that. They wouldn't allow it. So do the same thing for boxing. No, sir, you can't fight the champion because you know why? Haven't fought a boxer. You're 0-1, and the same with you, Jake Paul. You fought one boxer, you're 0-1, and you're 5-0 against non-boxers. Congratulations. It means shit.
Yeah.
So, I agree. I mean, hey, if you start fighting some boxers and you start winning, I'll have some more respect on you. I'll put aside your annoying YouTube bullshit, but hey, fight some boxers. And I'll take you seriously. That's it. Honestly, that's all I care about.
Facts.
Yeah. What do you think, Tim?
What do you mean?
Tim, put down the game, man.
Tim, we're talking about if aliens are real or not.
Wait. Aliens or ghosts?
No,
I've seen it.
I don't have an opinion on this one because you really said what I'm really thinking about it, to be honest.
Fair. So we're transitioning a little bit since that happened. I'm glad. Final thought. I'm glad Tommy Fury won. Even if it was decision, I was hoping he would knock his ass out. But you know what? I can't complain. I'll get what I can get. So
the script wasn't going to let that happen.
He's like, Tommy.
What do you mean?
Tommy, please, just don't hurt me.
Yeah, he's whispering into his ear like, all right, I'm done fighting. I can't do this anymore.
Yeah, after they wrap it up for the last, I was like, hey, don't knock me out. Don't knock me out. Don't knock me out.
Well, I was talking to Nathan about it earlier, and I saw this other video, and I don't know very many details. It was on TikTok, and the search came up as Logan Paul ruins pregnancy announcement or something. And did you guys see that? Well, basically, Logan Paul gifted Tommy Fury a baby gift, apologizing for ruining some sort of pregnancy announcement. And I started laughing because I'm like, oh, so you actually didn't want him to be serious in the fight, so you wanted to, warm up to him a little bit by saying sorry. That's my last thing I'm gonna say about it.
Yeah. Don't piss off the brother of the champion of fucking boxing. All right, don't do that. You're a fucking idiot. All right. This is pretty generic. There's nothing really around here that would indicate why we're talking about this. But I wanted to pose it because I know a few people. I want to hear how they feel about it. But are ghosts real? And maybe share a story of a moment where you factually believe that they're either ghosts or there's not ghosts. I'm gonna start with Colton here because I know Colton. I know how he feels about this. And so I want to hear some stories. So, are ghosts real, buddy?
Hey, look behind you.
Don't do that to me. All right. I am a full believer in ghosts. I am a believer. I mean, I'm a believer in that. Ghosts don't come in body form, but they come in entity, presence form. I've had. I was dreaming either I was either dreaming or have had this experience. I don't know, but living in school, this was the creepiest moment of living in school. It was I was chilling in my bed, and the way my wardrobe was set up, it had a door like this, right by my bed, and I was just chilling there. It was I don't know, it was 10 p.m., lights off. All of a sudden, I'm on my phone, and I just see this, and then pop right back in. It was the creepiest stuff. It was just a black figure, and I'm like, okay, there was nobody in this room. I'm living in a 16 by 16 dorm. I would have known if somebody was in here. And that was the last time that ever happened.
That was the greatest visual.
You got a house. And that's how you end up getting the house.
Yeah, but also, when my sister has had experiences of she told me this one time she was in the shower and she just saw a figure outside of the shower curtains and opened up and nothing was there. And I'm like, all right, yeah, not showering ever again. I'm going in there. And my mom has had experiences that she's told me. This was when I was a baby. This is going back to the whole they give off a presence. And when I was a baby, she had set me down in my crib. I think she went to go take a shower or something, and she comes back and he smells a perfume that she doesn't own, but it was one of my family members' favorite perfume. Like they used it all the time, and she's like, yeah, I came into the room and I just smelled it, and I don't have it or anything. And I was like, oh, that's creepy. I mean, I didn't really understand it as a baby at the time, but I think I was less than one.
Colin that 1-year-old was like, interesting. I'm on the case.
But my mom has saged our house. Like we believe in that, like, getting rid of bad spirits. Like that's what we believe in.
Yeah. That is just.
What about you, Saint? What do you believe in ghosts?
Yes and no. But
Right.
I think I'm starting to really pay attention more now.
Pay attention how?
Like you could just randomly randomly just walk around, like even at night. If I just go outside at night, I just I just walk around.
The ghosts are like, say the past 20 years of your life you've just not noticed ghosts.
For real. There was no wind blowing at night one time. I was outside just chilling. Bro, my door opened for no reason. It just randomly opened.
Did you see the ghost?
I didn't see it, but I was like, okay, I know everybody else is asleep. I was like, why is my door opening?
It wasn't a bad hinge or something?
No. And then another time, it was like, I was sitting in the front room. The lights in the kitchen were off and stuff. Like, the switch were off. The switch light.
Oh, yeah.
The switch of the light was off.
Yeah.
Bro, light just pops on out of nowhere.
All right, I'm not gonna lie. I have to say this. You see, I like I said, I believe in it, and just hearing this stuff, I'm like literally getting goosebumps.
Hey,
what the fuck?
Hey,
I don't know why,
dude.
It's just so creepy.
So I'm gonna be honest. I have the opposite effect where I'm laughing my fucking ass off because I think it sounds stupid.
Didn't you? What was that story you told me about your mom?
Oh, I'll tell it, and because I'm gonna be honest. I think my mom thinks she heard it, and I think Xavier was too little to understand what was being said. But I'm gonna tell the story. I'm gonna set the stage. One, to full disclosure. I don't believe in ghosts. I don't believe in the act of they can do things in our world. I believe in maybe the aspect of where they can maybe, in the afterlife, they come down, they can look at us and be in our presence. You know how you feel like if someone had passed, you feel them around you. I believe that, but I don't believe they can flip on a switch or open a door with a gust of wind. I think that's nonsense. But anyway, I'm gonna tell the story. And you guys, Tim, I hope you're listening. You're going to get goosebumps. You better check on your door behind you.
See, my heart rate went up.
My heart rate's already... So, at my mom's house. My house is pretty old at my mom's house. It's been there for a while. Actually, I have two stories. And they're both going to, they might creep you out. So, Xavier always had a hard time, going to sleep. And he'd always get out of his bed and go in my mom's room and stuff like that. And my mom is laying in her bed, and all of a sudden she sees Xavier, and she's like, oh God, he's not going back to bed. He's about to come in my mom's room, and all of a sudden there's a voice that says, go back to bed. Go back to your room. And it's a woman's voice, right? That's important. So hear that, okay? And Xavier... My mom's like, what? And then she said, did you hear that, Zay? And he said, yeah. And then she said, come in here, get in bed. So she is terrified. I think she was up all night. And she got the whole house like she brought the priest and like like
You need it.
Damn.
right.
That's what
Now
you need.
I'm gonna tell a story that's even creepier than that. Right? You're like,
I already got goosebumps.
oh, this is gonna be worse. Ready? So before I lived in my house, in my mom's house, there used to be a family with a daughter, and they lived there, right? And you know our driveway, so just to paint the picture for everyone who doesn't know how my house look, all right? So when you go down our street, they're pretty much like hills, like to our house. So you like walk up some steps. There's like the porch and stuff like that. But everyone has usually a driveway on usually like depending on the house. Ours did. We have a shared driveway, and it's better now, but like, it's slanted where you could like go down and like we generally have like there's like a bush on the right side of the driveway to where you're not able to see cars on that side and stuff like that. Well, the girl, I don't remember how old she was, but supposedly, I don't remember when this was told, but one of the neighbors had told us this because they lived a house away from us. Had said there was a time when this girl was riding her bike and the back and the pavement and stuff, but it went down the driveway, got hit by a car and died. And the reason I say that, and like, so she didn't make it, is the voice, my mom believes the voice in the house was the voice of the woman, of the girl, and she never left. That's what you got, Tim? That was like a villager.
Hell no.
Well, then.
Yeah, so what do I think about it? I think yes, someone died at near our house or on our estate there, and then I still don't believe. I think my mom thought she heard something. And I think
here's the
Xavier
question, Nathan.
Yeah.
Would you play a Ouija board?
Hell no. Fuck no.
Sure, I think it's nonsense.
No. I'm not saying sure. I'm saying, would you do it?
Yeah, I'll do it. Yeah.
Man, yeah.
All right, Colin, I'm going to get a Ouija board. We can play together.
Hell no, that is not allowed in this apartment.
Use that.
I think that's all a hoax.
Yeah, you're the type of person that later on you don't believe, but it's going to come to you worse later on. Like
Oh my goodness.
everybody, like if you don't believe, I feel like it happens to them the most.
But I told you,
I
I
think
just
the
don't
same thing,
believe in
too.
those types of ghosts that can do things like that, right? I believe in like the afterlife aspect of they can be on this world and look through like what I consider like a television, right? And see
You know what?
us.
Actually, you know what? Scripturally, Nathan is right. Majority of ghosts. Well, actually, no. Sorry. One of the scripture passages. If you see something that's supposed to look like a spirit or something, it's not really that. It's just the devil trying to give you visions to kind of fuck with your head in a sense. But then there's also other demons and spirits to actually, mess with you mentally, trick you into thinking a loved one is trying to communicate with you, but instead just trying to bring that demon into your house. However, just from the hold on, don't get me wrong, I do believe in also the ghost aspect, and there's bad spirits, but I'm also agreeing with Nathan. It's only until the extent of how far they can actually interact with the real world.
Tim,
Except,
that just made it creepier. Like,
You're getting Colin's heart rate up. He's gonna have to. I'm gonna have to bring him to the doctor.
Was that
I'm
cold?
looking. Hold on.
That's why we don't do Ouija's, because it's inviting demons, which can actually do all the shit that ghosts are
But
supposed
see,
to do.
I don't even believe in that
It's
shit.
currently at 94.
Oh Jesus, you are jumping up. No, I honest to God, like I just think like I think people latch onto things like that. Okay, let's think about it. If someone's had passed near around them, right, they tend to be in a state of vulnerability, right? And so, like, for instance, like, they might be like, oh, I feel them around me, right? That's normal, right? I think that is a normal trait to have. Like, I feel them in the presence, like, around me. Here's where you start overstepping, in my opinion, is when you think you see them. I think that is your mind playing tricks on you. I think the mind has the ability to make you hear things. Let's say, okay, think about, like, the Nelson Mandela effect, right? Where we think we saw something, well, it was when it actually wasn't, right? And it's just our minds tricking us, right? The same thing I think happens with, like, ghosts, right? Where you think you hear something, you think you saw something, or you think, maybe the door opened, yes. But reality is, it probably was a bad hinge, or there was a gust of wind, right? Maybe you got
I believe that my grandma, she still comes in the house,
right,
walks around.
right, but I don't think like she has the ability to open doors. Like that's what I'm saying. I don't think
she says open sesame.
Right.
She doesn't open.
Like St. John, I believe that like your grandma is in the presence of your home because that's where she lives. That's where she and she's able to like go about and do that stuff. But I don't think she's like she can like open a drawer or turn the light on off. You know what I mean? Like that's what I believe. I am not disparaging. I want to make that clear. If you believe in ghosts, that doesn't make you like a weirdo or anything. I just don't believe in them because I don't know.
Nathan, I wish we had this conversation before we decided to move in together, because
I just bring in the bad vibes deal.
yeah. Now I'm realizing like, it's you that causes the bad vibes because these ghosts know you don't believe in them.
In what instance in this apartment have we had a bad situation where you're looking back like you see something? Cole keeps looking behind him.
No, we're not even gonna say anything because starting now, it's gonna happen. Like right now, bathroom curtain probably gonna open.
What is that back there though?
Don't play tricks on him, St. John. He's gonna end up like, Nathan, can I sleep with you tonight?
I'm just gonna hold it like this the whole time. Like, oh no, that's a shower bottle.
Colton, you're also the black. See, but that's what I think. See, what you are doing right now, Colton, proves to me that I believe what I believe in is I think your mind is playing tricks on you because you find that as truth. So therefore, your mind is more easily gonna like think to do that. That is, again, I'm not saying it's a mental illness, by the way. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying like I want to make that very clear. I'm saying like, okay, for instance, like when people think opinions are facts and they believe that, that's the same, I think, idea, right? Opinions are not facts. They're opinions for a reason, right? But I think like when people start beginning it to be truth, or they actually start thinking that, they convince themselves that it is truth. If that makes sense,
Well, don't come crawling to me when we hear somebody outside in the living room yelling for us, and neither of us are out in the living room.
If I'm wrong, so be it. But I'm just saying like I don't believe in it. I
Nathan. He was like, Nathan.
Yeah. When I hear that, I'm just gonna text you right away. And be like, this is on you. Good luck out there.
My door is locked. I've put the salt on the ground so I can see that ghost walk in. All right. Yeah.
Hold on. Now I'm like paranoid.
See, you know what? That's what you fucking get for trying to humble me every goddamn day of my life. I know how to get under your skin now. I have broke the Colton. Look at him. He is looking everywhere. He is so paranoid. He's at 100 beats per minute.
No, this is what I told myself. I said, I'm not scared of it. Like, I'm not scared of it. It does make me a little nervous. Gets my heart rate up, all right? But, like, I swear, if I were to ever see like a shadow figure, like or something, come out.
Look, like, you have looked back about 8 times during this monologue.
I was just pointing. No, if I were to ever hear something, see something, I want them to. Like if
Stop looking back! You keep doing it!
Not well, I'm pointing it out. Well, now I gotta watch my back. No, I'm saying like, I'm confronting it. I'm not just gonna hide. Like I am going for it.
Yeah. No, I understand.
See, it doesn't scare me. It just makes me nervous.
See, you wouldn't be scared if you had the blood of Jesus with you.
Yeah. What?
This is not The Nun. Don't bring that shit in here.
That movie was scary.
That movie was awful.
No, it's not.
No,
It's not
have you guys seen? It's a movie on Netflix called, I think it's La Llorona.
I didn't even know that was a
you
word.
mean about the Mexican spirit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, see,
I know.
those movies are based on true stories too.
I don't. What is that about? Give me some context here. You don't want to. You're too scared. You're too scared right now. You're like, Nathan, my heart rate's at 110. I can't make it anymore. I'm a heart attack. You're at the breathing ER.
I gotta check real quick. I make sure I don't have a heart attack.
I was like, yeah, we might have to do something really relatively fun to talk about. Bring his blood pressure down.
We're good. It went down to 91.
All right, well that's still pretty high, but okay, that's good. No, hey.
But the movie is basically about a haunting of a woman and her daughter, I think, and it's just a demonic, physical demonic creature that does stuff and attacks them and whatnot. But the case, the police case, has not yet been they ended up dying, but the police case has not yet been closed. So. It just makes it even creepy. They couldn't find the killer or anything that happened.
Okay. Well, I'm glad we had this discussion about ghosts. I've learned so much, but still have not changed my mind on the ghost of being real or not. But I do stand by it. I think they're able to be around us. I think they can be in our presence and we can possibly know that they are around, right? Those moments when you miss someone, especially if they have passed. I believe that. I fully believe that, but I don't think they have the ability to be flipping on the light switch or Hey, that's just me. That's just me, man. That's just me.
I'm still scared to a 23-year-old man, or as a 23-year-old man, I'm still scared to put my foot off the bed in the middle of the night and let it hang. I'm afraid something's going to grab it.
Okay, I'm afraid of that, but for a different reason. I used to, as a kid, I'm not, okay, so after you guys know my fear is tarantulas. Not spider, these measly spiders, no, that doesn't scare me. But these tarantulas that are the size of my fucking hand, nope. I'd be exiting the building, getting the flamethrower. But as a kid, I would always get super paranoid for no goddamn reason. There's no reason I should be this paranoid about it, but I'd always think, oh, once there's a spider under my bed. And then I would look under my bed, I wouldn't see it, but I'd imagine it. And then I would just sit there, and then you know what I'd do? I'd get under the covers as a child, because I'd be like, you know what they can't do? Get under the covers, because I got a protective barrier. But then I would get paranoid out of feeling. Yeah, I mean, I've had some bad nightmares over that, where it'd be like The Mummy. You know how the Beatles enter the man and then exit out of him and shit? I had a nightmare where I got spiders crawling in and out of my mouth and shit. That shit was gross. I woke up sweating. That shit scared the fuck out of me.
Do you know we swallowed 5,000 spiders?
See, why you gotta remind me? I forgot that info. That is also true. I forgot that info years ago.
That's
just
for not believing.
No, that's just you being a dick. That's not me not Wait, no, that's just me trying to forget. You know how people drink to forget? I'm just trying to forget to forget.
Just think about that every time you go to bed at night. Which spider am I gonna eat
Dude,
today?
I still to this day as a 23-year-old man, I'll look at the corner of the wall, they have the Instagram post that'd be like, you better or you'll have this giant spider become up. I don't believe in that, but then I'll be like, man, When it's even like a fourth size of that spider, it comes up in that corner of the wall. So I'm looking at every goddamn corner.
Nathan, what are you going to do in the future with your future wife when she wants you to kill a spider?
You better be doing
That's a
it.
good question. That is a great question.
You know it is.
Fine with all other bugs. It's just spiders. Be like, nah, on your own.
And-
Gotta burn this bitch down.
And I have an answer for you.
Huh.
You gotta do it yourself. I'm leaving.
Oh my god.
Hey, if it,
You know-
I'm like, hey, is it bigger than my thumb? If it says yes, I'm out. Okay, I'm not. I'm
Like half the spiders are bigger than your thumb.
She,
The only ones that are smaller are the babies.
okay, I can kill the babies.
For a baby
Out of
killer,
context, that
something-
sounds terrible, but
What? Have you seen? You know how spiders lay like eggs, and the spiders will get attached to like the eggs are attached to the body. You know, apparently it's not smart to smush spiders because if you smush them, all the babies will come out of the
no,
egg.
I've seen that. Oh my god, I'm getting goosebumps now.
That was so nice.
God, dude, someone was a fucking idiot, and they were like, "Hey, look, I'm gonna smash the spider," and then they smashed it, and then they're like, "Oh shit!" I'm like, dude, that is literally quite literally my worst nightmare.
Well, how do you feel about daddy long legs? At least, like,
I like daddy long legs.
Like the little ones.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't mind those.
They got a little
Yeah.
head but long arms.
Yeah, those don't.
the creepiest fact about them is daddy long legs are actually somewhat poisonous, but their mouths are too small to actually bite you.
Yeah.
So really, it's just the small animals and insects
But
that can have a
they
factor.
they eat other insects though.
Yeah, I was gonna say like they don't bother me. Those things are small though. But like, I remember like at any time like I looked up like spider or like I think I even took a class that I had to learn about like a spider, and I looked it up and like just how like this is gonna be the wrong word to use, but girthy they are. Like I am trying to imagine like picking up a really big spider that's dead, just dead, and it's like heavy. That doesn't give chills down your spine. That gives chills down my spine. Like imagine like picking it up and it's heavy. Like oh my god. Ugh.
Oh yeah, from the land down under in Australia, they have
I'm not going there.
They have bird eating spiders.
Yeah.
They
No. That's South America. And,
Well, I'm not going there either. I'm staying
In
in.
South America.
Australia
I'm
has
going to
huntsman
Brazil.
spiders that are bigger as.
You can have fun in Brazil. I ain't going to Brazil or
I'm going
Australia.
to Colombia. I'm going.
Nope,
Yeah,
not
bring
me.
back a spider. We'll put it in Nathan's bed.
Oh my god.
I quite literally will kill you guys. This is the confession. I would literally. I'm gonna tell you a story. So my brother Joe, God love him, right? He and for Christmas one year got I'm not like this big remote control spider. It was real looking. It was terrifying, and it was fast, okay? And I'm going to tell you what happened. He thought it'd be funny if he placed it under my pillow while I was asleep. So you know what he did? It was moving, but because it's on covers, it can't actually move because the wheels got... So I wake up, I'm like, what is moving under my pillow? I reveal, like, face value, the pillow, the spider's in my face. I take that shit and I throw it at the fucking wall and it breaks. Joe's mad and upset, and he tells my mom or my dad, and he's like, Nathan broke my spider. And he's like, oh, Nathan, why'd you? I'm like, he put it under my pillow when I was asleep. Like, I mean, like, and then they're like, yeah, Joe, that was mean. That was kind of stupid to do.
I'm sorry, Joe. You deserve that for that to be broken.
God love him, but
Well,
that was
I know what I'm gonna do now.
that.
Oh my God, Coach, you are testing the waters.
Yeah, we've already both tested our waters. Him with me and him and Ghost. But no, that I literally, I can't do spiders. Nope. All right, hold on. It says we're on the topic and we're almost nearing an hour. Tim, starting with you, since I gave out my worst fear, I want to hear Tim's worst fear. What is Tim's goosebumps that he gets when he thinks about it or sees, or what is it?
I don't have fears.
All right, you know what? That's a goddamn lie.
I got well. See, you're not a prominent Christian, are you, Nathan? You don't got Jesus in you, but I do. So I ain't got fear.
I got Jesus in me, and I'm still scared of tarantulas.
Amen. So there you go. It's okay.
What do you?
What about you, St. John?
Oh,
Oh wait, here he goes.
Oh, yeah. Okay, Tim. What is your worst fear?
getting into a gang war with like um local mobs or like gangsters in the area or anywhere in effect, and basically just constantly watching over my back in case somebody kill me behind me. Really?
So, like, getting in
You
the
always gotta have
crossfire.
eyes in the back of your head.
Yeah.
No, like no, seriously. Like,
Yeah.
if say like by some chance that I either see something I wasn't supposed to, or I walk in a rival neighborhood, or I fight some random dude and he happens to be part of a whole gang, that actually gives me goosebumps due to the fact that my whole family is now in danger. I'm in danger. My friends
Yeah.
could be in
That's
danger,
fair.
and like any other shit. Like no, getting into a feud with some type of gang. That's my word.
You know that's actually fair. Like I get that. Like being just even like not even being related to the mob, but like hey, you're or like a gang. Like oh, you weren't supposed to see that, and now I'm in danger of my
Exactly.
family. Yeah, I get that. I get that. What about you, Saint?
Worst fear?
Worst fear. Let's get Saint John the goosebumps.
Not, I don't think I really have a worst fear now.
No, see
Yeah.
that
Fulton.
I'm gonna be honest, Saint, and this is the bottom of my heart. Everyone who is human has a fear. They all do. It's just a natural thing. Now you can confront your fear.
I just gotta figure it out. I haven't really figured it out yet.
Okay. I
But I know I've been into some encounters where I was scared before,
yeah.
but it wasn't like my worst fear.
I mean that's fair. I'll give you that. I mean, I think okay. I guess my point is here. I'll say it after this. What Colin is ghost your worst fear, or what's your worst fear, Colt?
I've already figured out my worst fear.
What is that?
This is my one. I mean, I have multiple fears, but my worst one are dolls, porcelain
Oh yeah,
dolls,
yeah.
regular dolls, stuffed dolls. I can do stuffed animals, but dolls in general scare the shit out of me. But weird part is I love the Chucky movies. I don't know
Oh
why.
my god!
Like I watch it because I mean, if I watch a horror movie, I'm watching it to be scared,
Mhm.
and that's why I love the Chucky movies.
Mhm.
But dolls, it is the worst. Like my Grammy, she has dolls at her house like everywhere. Like in the bedroom that I would stay in, dolls would be there just staring at me while I'm sleeping, and it was bad. Like I hate dolls so much that you're never gonna find me owning a doll in my life.
Well, I'm gonna be
Like,
honest. That'd be kind of weird
it,
at this point in your life to be owning a doll. But
Facts.
yeah, get the My
I
Buddy.
mean, there's nothing wrong with collecting dolls, but I'd never do that.
Yeah. Okay.
But
Yes, there is. There is absolutely. There's winner. There's definitely not winners in that field.
Okay, I think I might have figured it out now.
Oh. Oh. What is
what?
it?
You know how I think everybody's worst fear is a snake outside of animal people, but
Yeah.
my worst fear is like when a snake comes up your toilet while you're taking the shit.
No,
That's
that's a
that
rescue
is
fear.
that is nope, nope.
You know. Here's the thing. Nathan will experience spiders. Tim, Tim will experience his fear. I'll
No, I
experience dogs.
experienced.
Like, when will you ever experience
Hey,
having a snake come up your toilet?
hey, you
The
never know.
constant fear.
There was a story the other day down there at Heartland Crossing. There was a snake in somebody's toilet. That's too close to hear.
St. John,
Say
I
the
can imagine every time before you take a piss, you're just staring at the toilet, just waiting.
Bro, I
Or
kid you
taking
not,
a
I
shit.
do that. I kid you not. I'd be like,
Sage
all right.
is like every single time he goes to the bathroom, he is double checking that toilet. Man, there's not gonna be a snake come up on me and bite my butt. That is hilarious.
Especially if you like use the bathroom in the South. Like if you're down there, if you're in the
Yeah.
South visiting,
Hmm.
like especially in the middle of nowhere, bro, bro, you gotta triple double check that toilet.
So you're not gonna go to the South pot like bathrooms then?
I'm
Well,
gonna
He
go to
holds
the
it till he
bathroom.
comes back home.
I'm gonna hold it.
St. John is in constant fear every time he goes to the bathroom. That's just what I
I'm
heard
gonna look.
today.
I'm gonna look.
St. John
Up
is.
here, not so much, but every time I like go to like one of those southern states, I'd be like, oh no.
I like to imagine St. John is now entering the bathroom and he is double checking the pot because he doesn't want a snake coming up and biting his butt.
Some people have a fear of going to the bathroom in public toilets.
I mean, I get
I'm gonna
the.
tell you this. I'm gonna blow that toilet up. I don't care. I don't care.
I mean, I used to like not want to go to a public toilet just because that shit was like gross, but like not have a fear where I'm like, oh, I can't.
You gotta go.
There was a time I had a phase
I
where
make that place my home.
see I had a phase where I like only went to the bathroom at home, like not even joking. Like if I had to poop, it was at home. That was it. No, I'm not joking.
You just held it during school?
Yeah,
Oh, man.
dude, it literally like it hurt. I was hurting. I was like, and this is all the way up to my freshman year in high school, and then
Jeez.
I like imagine like football practice.
Mhm.
I mean, literally, like sometimes I would intentionally not eat very much, especially if it was like a hefty meal, because I'm like I'm gonna have to go, and I forced myself sometimes because I just couldn't do it, but.
He's in there
I gotta
quivering
hold
and
this for
shaking.
3 more hours.
No,
I was like, I got it. I'm sitting there in class like, golly, I gotta hold it.
you think I'm joking? I literally never went poop in public restrooms. I held it. I would go in hotels. I would go at home. That's it.
well, have you seen the bathrooms inside schools and shit? It's terrible.
And that's why I never went in them. I never had a fear. It was more of a, oh, this place is fucking gross. Like, I know the guy next to me is taking a shit here. I'm not going to, I don't want to do that.
I be having
That's
conversations
nice.
with him.
What?
You
Why?
You're banned from the bathroom, like, actually.
So
I'm
you
like,
see
how you
stocks have
doing?
decreased over like, what you mean?
That reminds me of the Family Guy episode when Peter's in the toilet and he's having the fart melody off
Oh
with
my
the dude
God.
next. Well, no, okay. I did used to have a fear, not a fear, but I hated like if I was going to the bathroom, sitting down, and everything. I wanted to keep everything as silent as possible because I didn't feel insecure, but it was just weird. Like I was good. I wasn't gonna let it rip, and then I got to a point where I'm like, the other dude next to me, he doesn't care. He's letting it rip too. So
Yeah,
like,
he's letting it rip. And
yeah.
have you experienced like you be sitting in there taking a dump, you be sitting in there like this, and you thought yours was bad, and then you hear the next person's, it was way worse than yours. I was like, oh my god! I'm
Yeah.
like, bro, you stink.
There have been times where I've had to hold in laughter. Like I'm over there. Like usually I'm on my phone, and I'm over there like I can't.
Especially with like the grunting starts going on. You're like, oh man, they really had to go.
Sometimes you gotta be like, hey man, you all right over there? Like,
You good?
No, you don't ask him how he's doing. Hey man, like,
Hey,
you need me to get you a water?
I'm like, you good over there, buddy? He said, yeah, I'm alright. My stomach just hurt. I said, I bet.
it sounds like it.
Bruh.
Right.
Bruh.
It sounds like it won't be hurting after this though.
Mm-hmm. Dude, the worst is like if you have liquid duck, and you gotta and you doing it, and it's so bad. You know how it is. You're like,
Yeah. See those I try to keep a little silent.
right. See those a little different. Like, dang, you got like diarrhea type.
Oh my god, what? Why are we going there? This is how do we get to this conversation?
Hey, it's rational though.
That's disgusting. People are going to get to the end of this podcast and be like, what the fuck are they talking about? Pooping again.
We went from irrational fears to rational fears.
Yeah.
Pooping segment part 2.
No, seriously. Last 2 out of 3 podcasts, we've talked about pooping twice. That's not okay. We can't be doing that.
No.
Hey, but
we talked about taking a bio break last time. There's a difference.
We didn't mention the bio break part. We were just talking about taking the shit. Well,
y'all know y'all love the snaps every day or every other
bro,
day.
you gotta add some context to that. You make it sound like you're sending shit pics.
Okay, for guys that watch our podcast, Snapchat, we have a group chat, and it's like on a constant like, you can agree that it's been constant.
Oh yeah. I mean, every morning, I have my morning cup of coffee. Like, yeah, you know what that stuff does to you. And I'm like, all right, well, time for the morning snap.
Yeah. It was like we just bored. It was like we know everybody's up. It was like, all right, snap. You already know what's going on.
I think my favorite times are when I receive a snap right back. And we're going at the same time. And I'm like, that's what bros do.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, those are great. Alrighty. Well, that was great. That was great, everyone. All right. Do you want to send us off, Tim?
Who?
Okay, I guess I'll send us off. I thought Tim would take it away, but I'll take it off.
You cut out.
Oh, okay, yeah. It's all good. Well, all right, everyone. Thank you for listening to the pointless debate. They're the people that talk about pooping all the time, apparently. But, but no. Hey, thank you for listening to us this week. We'll be back next week. We'll see what happens this week. We'll probably talk more about the advancement of AI since we ran out of some time. And whatever pops up, this week we're gonna talk about. So thank you all for joining in. Take a look at our other episodes. You'll also hear about us talking about pooping. So if you like that sort of content, let's just keep it rolling. And if you like more of this content, keep in touch and subscribe, like this video, share it with your grandma or son. I don't know, but
grandma.
All right, this is our send out. Peace, y'all.
Peace.
Peace.